Hello. This time I would like to talk about the source of endless joy. If you rejoice, the joyful things willingly collect joys and come to rejoice. These words were written on a paper and posted on the wall of my friend's house. Looking it up online, I found that it was written by Yoshikichi Sukeyasu. With my wishful thinking that they be so, I remember the words of Oyasama. In Osashizu, July 14th, 1900, satisfaction is when one rejoices here and there. To rejoice accords with the reason of heaven, so it prevails. To rejoice accords with the reason of heaven, so it prevails. This teaches the effectiveness of rejoicing. However, this may be one of the things that cannot be done easily, though one knows it rather well. One is able to rejoice if there is something good, but there won't always be good things. And if he or she is joyed by some degree of thing this time around, the one will probably need more degree of thing to be joyed the next time. Wouldn't it be normal tendency for humans? Greed is fathomless like muddy water. When your mind is completely purified, then comes paradise. Song 10, verse 4. So taught in Mikagura-uta, the songs for the service. In relative joy, we may not be able to get out of fathomless greed like muddy water. I cannot help but wonder if there is some good way of thinking or source of endless joy. And I thought that it would be good to start with the teaching of a thing lent, a thing borrowed. Settling the teaching in mind and making it my own blood and flesh would be good, I come to think. Let me introduce the teaching of a thing lent, a thing borrowed, from the scriptures, which are the words of Oyasama. In Ofudesaki, which is written by Oyasama, all human bodies are things lent by God. With what thought are you using them? All human bodies are things lent by God. Do you not know the free and unlimited workings of God? Everything in this universe is all by Tsukihi. All human bodies are things lent by Tsukihi. Furthermore, the instruments you use daily are all things lent by Tsukihi. What are you humans thinking of this talk? Your bodies are things lent by Tsukihi, and you are all children of mine. So long as you remain unknowing that the body is a thing borrowed, you can understand nothing at all. The universe is the body of God. Ponder this in all matters. So taught in Ofudesaki. Perhaps we naturally think that our bodies are ours. The fact that the body we don't doubt for the least belonging to us is a thing borrowed from God will bring big shifts in our mindset. Also, I have never heard of the prospect that the human body can be created from scratch, even if science advances so much. And I heard that it would cost hundreds of millions or trillions of yen, even if it could be created. According to the law of increasing entropy, the cells of our body are broken at a tremendous speed. But since new cells are created faster than that, the body does not fall apart. So I heard this kind of explanation. We would call this the divine work, wouldn't we? I think that we are actually borrowing tremendous things and kept alive daily. Someone said things like The person who is most grateful for being able to see is the one who became blind. Indeed, taking it for granted, I realized that I lacked the recognition of the blessing and should have been thankful for being able to see every day. This body is a thing borrowed from God. With gratitude and as a source of endless joy, I would like to use the body in accordance with the divine will of the lender. As a borrower, I think it is important to respect the will of the lender, and that will lead us to a better life. If the body is a thing borrowed from God, is there not anything which belongs to us? Oyasama's words reveal that it's not the case. Osashizu in June 1st, 1889. With human beings, the body is a thing lent by God, a thing borrowed. The mind alone is yours. Osashizu in February 14th, 1889. With human beings, the body is a thing borrowed. The mind alone is yours. From just one mind, any kind of truth will appear daily. While I accept any kind of truth, you must listen and understand the truth of free and unlimited workings. The body is a thing lent by God, a thing borrowed. The mind alone is ours. Let us first of all express sincere gratitude for lending the bodies and live every day filled with joy. This, I think, will be a way to please God, the lender.